Hey y'all, it's Lethea from Farmview Creators. Today we're going to give the boxes with lids trio from the Rust Covered Cottage a makeover. So originally I made these as one of my first videos, and I'll link that in the description. And this is how they looked. I love them. I was just learning how to do chippy at that point. And now I just want to add a little more to them. So I'm going in with Sweet Pickins Extra Bond. This is meant to help adhere paint to surfaces, and I am just going in with one coat over all the surfaces of the boxes, and then I have a jar that I wanted to practice with too. Putting in some room temperature water, 2 scoops with 2 scoops of milk paint powder. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. I mixed it up really well, let it sit for a minute while the Extra Bond was drying. It thickens up a little bit as it dries. This is the color Galvanized, and I'm just going to do a quick brush over all the boxes. I'm not really caring if I miss a spot during this or if there are spots that are lighter. Now on the jar, I am trying to be more even with it, and I will go in and put a second coat on the jar because I do want full coverage. And then as it dries, it crackles, y'all. Look how gorgeous those crackles are. So there were some spots that you could were bare, and I didn't like that on the jar. So I'm going in. Oh my word, look at that crackle. Oh, I love it. And it was so easy. So I also wanted some more of my base colors to come through. I tried using a baby wipe and it did not work as well. So I pulled out my little hand sander and just gave a couple of passes over just to let those original colors peek through. It was originally some shades of Paint Couture paint, mineral acrylics, and Van Dyke Brown semi-gel stain. Gonna give that jar a quick dry. You can see it crackling in front of your eyes. I just love it. And then I still wanted to jazz up these pieces, so I'm gonna go in with IOD Lost Garden transfers on one of them. The key to transfers is to kind of hold it in place with one hand and then rub and rub and rub until it almost looks translucent. Once the whole thing is translucent, then you can pull it up. If something pulls up with it, just press it down and rub it some more. And then I burnished it with that backer. And I'm going to go in with this new set, new to me. It is the Mercantile IOD set. Christina used these on her box, one of her boxes, like last week or the week before, and I loved it. So I found this stamp set. I'm going to have a link in the description, and I'm using, I think the only one that I'm using that she used is the Rooster. Love chickens, by the way. They're my thing. So I had to use that one. But I'm using smaller pieces on the smaller box and vice versa. Oh, look at that. I just love that crackle and the chippy. Oh, it turned out so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Just gonna add a little accent. I decided to kind of put it down at the bottom because I'm not good at centering, so I'll purposefully off center things. I thought about putting some transfers on the jar, but it has the, the bell thing going on it. There weren't enough flat surfaces. Now I'm gonna go in with Sweet Pickins Dark Oil. This is going to seal all the piece, and it's also going to give it some distressing as well as enhance that gorgeous crackle. So I'm just giving everything one coat, again, not trying to be even with it, and then I'm going back to the one I started with and just wiping it back with a baby wipe, and then it will dry and be perfectly sealed. I am in love. I feel like these boxes have grown up. I don't know. I just love it. The big box is my favorite with that dark teal showing through. So there's the up close pictures of how everything turned out. And then there's the products I use from Sweet Pickins. I'll also put the link in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.